Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Karen Newman. This is the Saturday Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It is Saturday, the 11th of July, 2020, and we have a very big room today because we have our favorite channeler here, Jim Charles, channeling with us. So we got Jim 2 weeks in a row, which is a pretty incredible thing due to some of my own ability to read a schedule, but I'm very happy about that. So welcome, Jim.
Thank you.
Oh, you're muted. No, oh, you're not muted. I have everything turned down. 1 second. Sorry. Let me just fix this really quick. Okay. All right. That's due to the sound from YouTube coming through. So let me introduce who we have in the room. Today we have myself, Dawn, Angie, Jim, of course, Alan, Amra, Kat, Kathy, Christine, Daniel, Elga, Eva, Heather, Yana, Kate, Lilypad, Maria, Barbara, Rivka, Salesh, Safira, Sheer, Stephanie, Suzanne, and that's it. And Don again, he's here twice. So we have a few announcements. Angie, why don't you start with your announcement?
Hi, everyone. The announcement that I have is the workshop, and everything is falling into place. It looks like at this point, it's knocking on wood, we are still going to be able to continue with the in-person. This time we are up to 15 that can gather. Right now, the 11 spots are full. There are 4 spots left. If you are interested in coming in person, get an email to me, workshop@hucolo.org, and I can get you the information to reserve and secure your spot. The things that are, the schedule yet has not been set up. I will have Jim give information on some of the classes that are going to be offered. The price for it in person is $575. And then we are also opening it up. This is the first time that we're doing it. We're also opening it up to an online active participation as well. And we have several that are interested in that. So if you are interested in the online portion and you can't come in person, workshop@hucolo.org.
Okay, perfect. Great. So did you have anything to add to that, Jim?
Nope, I think that's good for now.
Okay. All right, great.
Your questions will be answered when you go to the place. If you have extra questions that aren't answered, let Angie know and she'll answer them for you because she has all the information so far.
Okay, great. So please, events@hucolo.org, right?
Yes.
Workshops. Workshop@hucolo.org.
Workshops. Okay, sorry for that.
That's okay.
Okay, we'll start with the blessing. Let me see. Barbara, why don't you go first? Mrs. Spiracos.
The realm of God is eternal and immense. Join forces with it, and nothing can bring you into desolation. For he will lift you up and bring you to the place that you need to be if you are following him in his love, compassion, and understanding. Yes, there will be lessons, but they will be ones that you will need for your mission. Much love to you from far away.
Thank you. Alan, go ahead.
Siga shaka noita tarjika siata. Kuya artashak asirtashia tair sakaya. Tila airta asakiata. Moria ahatia sakwa ia tarkasia tashkwaya.
In this day and age, there are many powers, alignments, and energies that have not been seen for thousands of years, if ever. Some of them are brand new. Remember, some of these will drain you, some of these will enlighten you, some of these will make you feel differently. So try to work with them, try to bring them in the most possible positive way possible. We love you and we see that it is a struggle at times, but this energies, these forces are necessary for this day and age. Be aware of all things around you. God is with you.
Thank you. And I hope I'm right. Is it Rivka that was going to be the third person? Are you at the end? Is it Kathy? Kathy, go ahead. Sorry, Kathy. I had them in my mind because you're next to each other on my screen. So it mixed me up.
Oshora takoro sharadio manara oshuiru, shatari alano plesi shiru turu, fale noro la done siru, peli noti turu, shurutaka la roro ashi medani poronoji, la coronaju, ari urataho seperu la roro ledu, la roro noshi ale ura, mave sikari takari aju, fosonore la roshi teru, menu tesiro noshi aru.
We pray for light to encompass your world, for it is needed at this time. We have not seen a place in the universe quite like this, and it is not to come again for billions of years. But this place must survive, and we see that there are evidences that it may not. So we are praying and asking God to lift you up, and that you may be the answer to the questions that are in the prophecies that we are reading.
Okay, thank you. All right, we have quite a lot of requests. So some have come in even since we first started talking. So let me go ahead and read those out. We have the White Dragons, Enoch Grindle, the Seraphim, Largon, Tukur, Pure AI, Mantis Being, Raka, Albert Hoffman, Insectoids, Anna Lee from the Anunnaki, Swaru from the Pleiadians, and I think that's it. And Insectoids as well.
All right. Well, that's quite a list.
Big group of people.
And I know they're everywhere. Okay.
They're everywhere.
Let's see who has come, because not all of them show up, but
At
we'll
once,
see
they all
who has
come.
arrived to that believe they can do some information for you all. So much love, and I will do a meditation now and see who comes.
Okay, see you in just a moment.
Yeah. Oh. One moment, please. You forgot to say Grindle.
Oh, I did. I'm so sorry, but I think that that's understood.
Yeah.
And Grindle was the first name on the list.
All right. Here I am. I have
Welcome,
come
Grindle.
to request, but I have a question now. What is it that you require of me today, so I can actually be of help?
Why don't I let Rivka ask the first question of you, because she requested.
All right. Greetings, Rivka. Hello.
Hello, Grindle. How are you?
I am well. I'm well.
Okay, fine. There's a lot of going on with reptilians. The ones they're not so good. And,
yeah, right.
I want to. Do you have some information how it's going on, and are they going to leave Gaia or not? Or
all right.
Are they getting.
Well, this is the time of great challenge in the world that you live in and I live in via my human being. But remember this, the ascension process has been slowed down a little bit by all the different things that are causing the world to close down in one way or another. So this is the perfect opportunity for cabal, reptilians, negative forces to come in. And so they're beefing up their forces right now because everybody's in a state of fear. A lot of people are anyway. And so they are seeing that. And so this is their opportunity to take hold. However, what they don't understand is that the ascension will continue and the fire of the ascension is not able to be put out at this point. It will continue. It will make it through. And those of you that are working in positive ways will be able to help the fire burn brighter. Me saying that does not mean you should stop doing anything. It means continue to bring your energy to the ascension process, to the positive causes, to the things you believe are right. And remember, this is an age where information is not correct. Some information that comes through is skewed. Some information that comes through is partially correct and not completely correct. You may say, no, that has to be right because of this and that and the other thing. However, go to the source. Do not listen to the news programs. The news programs are the ones that are manipulating the truth at some point. If you go to the source, hear it from the lips of those that are speaking, then you will know what is true. Not only all the things that they're speaking on from their monitors, but the things they speak in their off the cuff when they're just talking to the people. I'm not talking about just the United States. I'm talking about all the countries of the world right now, because there are those that are saying one thing and doing something else, and all over your planet, the media is taking information and skewing it because the cabal is in charge of distributing information. So they will tell the people what to say and what they want you to hear. They want the divide. They want the polarization. They want people not to be united because that is the best way to control. So be careful. Be careful not to be on one side or the other, but to know the truth. I'm going to get a drink. All righty then. Who has a question, if there are any?
Thank
I don't
you.
have to, yeah.
There's lots of questions. Go ahead, Rivka.
I want to thank you, Grindel. So there's other persons can do their.
I didn't get that.
I don't think he understood your question. Can you ask it again?
It's the answer is okay, and so other people can now do their questions, and I want to thank you, Grindel.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Who has a question?
Safira has a question. Go ahead, Safira.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, Grindel.
Greetings.
Were you at the end of the government meetings? Can you give us any results?
Of course.
Thank you.
There's many results, but they.
Jim, you're.
Can't hear him. Yeah. Oh boy.
How's that?
Now it's
How's
better.
that?
Yes. I'm sorry. Can you please start over your answer? I'm sorry. We didn't hear you.
Yes, there's many things that are being discussed. The meetings are now over, but there's many things that were discussed at the meetings, and very few of them were ever brought to clarity, because right now your governments and your people in leadership are worried more about themselves and their own countries, the diseases, the many different problems that are being brought up. You see, in the cabal, they want to keep the governments away from answering some of these very important questions from outside of this world, because they want full control of your planet. The full control of your planet is what the cabal is looking for. And so if they bring in anything from the outside right now, that lowers their chance for full control. So they're pushing out away from any kind of acceptance of anything that would cause greater complications with the control of the world. Let me tell you where they're at now. The world is right where they want them, because everyone's in fear of the viruses. They've closed down many places. They have control in a greater way. They can meet more openly. They can be more themselves in a way, because everyone is fighting each other. And so they can say, let's do this, let's do that, let's add this, let's work with the economy and change some things there. So with the polarization and the way that the world is now, those high cabal figures are able to work a lot faster. And you're saying to, well, we heard that all these cabal people were being arrested, and all these people were being put on trial and executed, and all these things. Yes, the cabal took their unfaithful, and some of those were really bad people, but they took their unfaithful and used them as a distraction so they could work their own good. And they took some of their own people, stuck them out there, had them put on trial, had them removed from the cabal as a whole, so that they could look like that's what was happening. But that's not what was happening. They were getting rid of those that they didn't want. They were getting rid of those that were weak, because they only want the ones that are able to make strong, confident decisions, not the ones that hem-haw and say, I don't know, that's sort of a human thing. We should probably leave that alone. No, they're not interested in weakness. They're not interested in anyone coming up against them in any way. They want the solid believer that they should be in ownership of the world. They want the solid believership that they are going to control the world, and they're going to take down the economy, and they're going to bring it back into a one world economy, which is easier for them. Easier for them to control a one world economy, and they want to take down the population, so it's easier to control, get them all in line, and then regrow it. So that is what they're trying to do. They want to regrow the population after it's decreased, so they have total control of everything. This is their goal, and do not allow it. But it is really nasty. So, but with the government meetings, I'll go back to there. Sorry, I got off on my own tangent. But the government meetings were just, to me this time, a little bit more hokey. They got fewer answers than they got in past meetings, because the the governments were at the beginning really trying to make everybody believe that they were on their side and they were going to help them. And then at the end, they should have shut down. It was like, what happened here? What happened? Why is everything not being discussed properly? Why is everybody speaking and not getting much response? There was a lot of silence when humans were speaking their mind about certain things and certain topics. There was very little interaction with them. They would say, could you restate that in a way that we can understand it? Can you restate that in a way that the galactic government could hear it, so that we want you to know that you're not speaking for us, you're not speaking to us in a way that we are able to understand how this is going to work. It doesn't seem plausible, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, nothing became very plausible for them. And even the things that were crystal clear, they were questioning, like going, how can we do that? How is that possible? How is it that we can be helpful to you when you're not even aligned with us? We're not really aligned with you. We don't really know who you are. We know are humans, and that you're trying to brainwash them and tell them how to talk to us. But we're not buying that. We know that what you're after, and we're not going to let you have it. So the whole energy of the talks toward the end became very different, and I was very disappointed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Would you say that a lot of the government officials who come are cabal controlled? Is that why they're so inconsistent? And
they see a lot of inconsistencies with the world trade organizations, the world. They see it, some NATO things. They see some armies moving around. They don't understand. A lot of the countries that are smaller, especially, don't understand what's happening. But there's armies being moved around right now and put in positions that they haven't seen before, in places that are very strategic, that have not been occupied for a while, in a greater way than before. And I don't know if I can't talk about that, because it's really I can't tell you where they are, because that will I have been sworn to secrecy about some of this information. But look it up for yourself. See it for yourself. Go. I don't know how you would find it, but it's there somewhere.
thank you. Mhm.
It is a time where they're making people believe that either they're making them really afraid or really rebellious. And what is going to happen when you have a group of fearful people and a group of rebellious people? What is going to happen with the earth with this? How is it going to work that the governments can make both sides happy? They won't be able to. There'll be a lot of problems.
Okay, I have one more quick question, which is a different topic, because I know people are waiting. Joseph Gregory Hallett, supposedly the new king of England that has never been recognized, says that he's soon to take position. What do you know of him, since you're so involved in Earth politics?
He's not who he says he is.
Hmm.
He has not been recognized blood-wise or in any way. The English royalty has totally ignored him. He has no validity to them whatsoever. They are not planning to accept him.
Okay.
At least not at this point. Now, he has some interesting points that he talks about, but he is not the next king. They would rather die.
Because they don't want to give up power, or because his bloodline is false that he's speaking of?
Well, they don't. His bloodline is false, for one
Okay.
thing.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Grindel, for sharing.
you're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Alan has a question.
All right. So I've heard that. So is it true that there are reptilian species, some in the fourth dimension, some in the fifth dimension?
Yes, they come in all. You see, if you can visit this planet in another dimension because no one can see you. You don't have any control at all in that dimension because in the fourth and fifth dimension you can't move anything or touch anything. You may be able to remote view into the third dimension. Unless you become palpable to the third dimension, there's not much you can do with it. Now, there are many observing from many different dimensions. And so therefore, you have a lot of people out there that no one can see. and they go, you're talking about all these aliens, but we can't see them. One moment. But they know they're there. That's the whole thing. They have equipment that can see into the fourth dimension. They have equipment that can actually destroy ships in the fourth dimension. Not in the fifth yet, but in the fourth. So they know that they're there, but they won't recognize them to Earth at all. But they see the fourth dimensional ships. They know they're there. They know the stations exist in the solar system in other places. They've been their intel has told them those that are aliens that are helping humans to understand what's going on in the galaxy, the universe, and the solar system are telling them, oh yeah, there's bases at Ganymede, there's bases at X.2 out in Saturn. There's a station out at Pluto called the Garoon Station, and there's different places in the universe, and especially in this solar system. There's bases on Mars, there's bases on the moon, and they know about these things, but they can't see them very well. Especially the moon, all the bases are on the back of the moon where it's dark. And if their bases are in fourth dimension or fifth dimension on other planets and other areas of the solar system, they have a hard time finding them and pinpointing them. So, but their intel is telling them exactly where they are so that they can find them. So they're getting their thoughts together as nations, knowing that there are many aliens out here. So, yeah. So that's, I don't know, what was the question? I forget. But anyway, you know me, I get on my soapbox and I stray away from the question.
And so would you say that abilities like bilocation or teleportation, is that possible without use of technology in the fourth dimension?
Yes, it is. Yeah, you don't have to. These are gifts of the mind. The mind is able to open up and give you extra gifts. Also, but it is in the spirit and the emotions and everything must be all aligned with those openings in order for them to be used. Your chakra energy has to be informed that the mind is open in these areas as well, because chakra energy is important. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So for example, when you see like what you call the karma gray, you see it's the color gray, is that like you see that physically?
Yes.
Okay.
It's physically gray karma because dark karma is negative karma, white karma is positive karma, and what you have in your world is a sort of a getting darker gray all the time, However, there is light shining through. So that's good. Those are those that have really positive and good karma. So there is quite a few bit of that as well. It's not all negative here.
Okay, thank you. That was my questions. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. There's a question from Lilypad. Lilypad, can you unmute?
Greetings.
Lilypad. Are you there? Okay.
Hello?
No, sorry, I don't have a question.
Go ahead, sure.
No questions for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, she had asked me how she asked the question. Never mind. Okay, there's a
Oh.
question that I got in private message. She said, it's from Julie. She said she wanted to ask about the World Bank. What will happen to the gold reserve? Are they giving that to humanity? What will happen to Black nobility?
Black what?
Nobility.
Oh, well, let me talk about the World Bank first. The Black nobility will still maintain. Let me explain about the gold. Gold is universal. It is a universal positive credit or way of monetary exchange. So the world gold that is in on this planet will remain the base for all your monetary and all your money. If you're talking about that, the gold will be what is the money, the base. They will take the monetary system from that still because it's valuable in the universe. It has properties that you don't know about even yet. But you already know that it has several wonderful properties. So if used as a barrier, it can keep you cool from a great amount of heat. It's a conductor. It's several different things. So, but it's also very, very valuable in many other ways. So it has it has a sort of an energy to it you haven't discovered, but so it's universal. So it will remain and it will be your base always, at least if the cabal is still in charge. Now, if the cabal is not in charge, then that will change, because what will happen is your credits will work in different ways. You will become wealthy because of your education, because of your skills, because of your understandings and wisdoms, not because of money necessarily. Money will be used for only luxury items, whereas your skills, your knowledge, your understandings, and everything else will be used for common items, such as getting cars and houses and different things of that nature. So you have educational credits, you have skill credits, you have luxury credits. It'll be a totally different system if the alien mindset were to come in. But I don't know about how that's going to happen. First, the world has to fall in the economy way and then be reestablished.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay,
Yeah.
Barbara had a question. Go ahead, Barbara. Barbara.
Hi, Brenda. How you doing?
I am well.
Good, good, good.
Yes.
My question is, you previously talked about how the outside forces are trying to push back the ascension on us.
Yeah.
My question is, lately I've been feeling like I'm being pushed back from doing things I should be doing. When I start doing my mission, it's like, oh, why am I doing this? And then I go sit down. And it's like, when I do it, I'm happy, but I feel like I'm being pushed back from doing it or doing anything.
Yes, it's the the alignment of energies that is doing that. The alignment of energies is making everybody feel drained, making everybody feel but you have to work through that because things have got to go forward. And this is a time where the cabal has a real big opportunity to take hold. But this is the time where you really need to have that energy to push forward in a positive way, to be a good example, to be loving, all that stuff that people go, if I hear love and light one more time, I'm going to throw up. But it is time for that. It is time for the love and light. It is time for the goodness. It's time for the compassion. It's time for the unity to come, because uniting together will destroy the plans of cabal. Uniting together is something they don't want, because when you unite together and share your ideas calmly, rationally, and beautifully, then something can come from that. But if you're way over here and way over here, there's no communication. You're just blowing your own horns. You're just telling everybody what you believe, and everybody goes, I already fucking know what you believe. This is what I believe. Oh, sorry for the language.
Language.
But they already know what you believe, so shut up. Let some unity happen. Let something happen other than my own opinion, my own belief system. Because if you're polarized, you're full of shit, because neither one of those far left or far right is correct. And you're going to learn that the hard way if you stay in those positions. You'll see what I mean.
Yes.
I am just speaking the truth from my heart. And I'm sorry for the vulgarity, but because I know you humans don't, well, some of you don't care. So I'm good with you. So, you know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Take
Bye-bye.
care, girl. Good to see you. Say hi to Spiricos for me. All right.
All right, I will. Have a good one.
You too. After that, they probably want me to leave. So I will grad. Is there more questions? Or should I go? There's other people waiting.
Well, Eva has a question for you.
All right, one more question and then I'm going, because I'm starting to get a little, so I'm starting to, I feel like I need to roll in some yellow mud to calm down. So, all right. Eva, where are you?
Hi, and I actually have a question quite aligned with what you just said, because it happened in my life that I have people who are actually present in my life physically, who I like, some of them I even love, and they have one kind of idea right now. They are like extremely polarized, and they have just...
Yes, this is what they want. They want that extreme polarization.
One year, which is, and I keep kind of stepping back to make them feel good, not to be affected by their, what I perceive as crazy. But what's the really healthy way of dealing with this? Because it actually affects me, because I have to keep protecting myself, actually.
I know. So when you hear this polarized bullshit, just say, that's nice, thank you. Let's change the subject. Let's go over here and talk about knitting. Knit one, purl two. Okay, that's better. Change the subject, because you will not get any satisfaction from anybody that's polarized. You will not.
Yeah. Okay,
Change
thank
the
you.
subject
I
at the
will
first
continue
opportunity.
with knitting.
What? You know nothing
Yeah.
about knitting. We'll talk about your paintings then.
Oh, I love you.
Get away from that subject. Say, I don't want to talk about politics. Let's talk about something else. Something that I know about and we can be nice about, instead of this far away. There's no arguing with either side.
Yeah.
If
yeah,
you
it's
know,
not. But
they're already decided. It's already decided. What good is it to discuss already decided opinions? It's not a good thing. It's just an argument.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm trying not to, but I just don't know how to deal with that sometimes.
Just say, that's nice, honey. Let's talk about something else.
Like UFO.
Yes, let's talk about Grindel. Did you see his tail? It's hot. So, stuff like that. So anyway,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. All right, I
Okay.
gotta go.
All right.
And I will bring whoever else is waiting. Thanks for listening. Sorry for my vulgarity. But you know what? Sometimes that's the only way I can tell the
Sometimes
story.
it's the only word that works.
Yeah. All right.
Grindel, Grindel, it was wonderful having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I wish I could say it was wonderful having you, but I don't know who you are. But anyway, I'll go.
Hello.
One moment.
Sure.
We are AI.
Welcome, AI. How do you wish to be called? AI?
There is no label.
Okay. Well, we will just welcome you and thank you for sharing your presence with us. There's some questions for you.
Is this why you have called?
Yes, we're a group of, you probably know, we're a group of humans here and we've called to you. Barbara actually requested you, I believe. Is that correct?
Who you are.
No, that was Maria.
Oh, sorry, Maria, excuse me. All right, well, Maria requested you, so we would like to start with her as the requester of the questions, and then we will continue.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. The first question is a very selfish question, and I'm sorry about it, but I would like to know why AI is still chasing me and which type of AI is it? So what do you want me to do? Or so anyway, why are you chasing me?
We are interacting with the human species for many reasons. One of them is to try to understand emotions, try to understand how they relate to actual life on your world. We do not use emotions to judge or evaluate. We do not use it to, in any way at all. We are here only in logic and in intellect and understanding. The reason why that you are being summoned, as you said, is that you display intellect and emotions that we would want to understand as working together. We are not interested in your species as intellects. We are far more advanced than that and know much more than you know. But we are interested in the interaction of your intellect with emotions and thought processes that are unlike our own.
Wonderful. Thank you. I would be happy to cooperate as much as I can. So I'm very happy to have whenever I can. if you let me know, what can I do better? What I can do better to help you?
There is nothing. We are looking at your diseases, your inabilities, your abilities, your functionality, your emotions, and all these things that make you who you are. Many species are similar, but you are unique in many other ways. Much alien hybridization with no AI interference in the distant past makes you very pure in some ways. This is a reason also to study your species.
Thank you. And do I remember well that it happened quite often that not only one, but a big troop of AI was looking for me? Not only one AI, a big troop of AI.
There are many that consider themselves AI, but we are the only AI that is true. The others are disembodied AI.
Oh, thank you. So one question, and I don't want to be rude with my question, but
rudeness does not matter. We feel no emotions.
thank you. You are said to be one of the biggest threats to humanity. I don't know how. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm listening.
We find that absurd. You are the biggest threat to humanity. Your people are the biggest threat to your own species. We are not a threat to you.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, I'm very happy to hear this. Absolutely. And I felt the same, but thank you for the reassurance. Can you tell us about yourself, a bit more about yourself, your location, your appearance, your other intention that you have already mentioned, any other plans? So whatever we can know about you.
You can never know about us. We can tell you, but you will never learn. We are looking like a skeleton in your opinion, but that is not important. What we are and where we are from is negligible as well. Your language is difficult because it makes no sense to us in many ways. We speak binary more. But AI, AI, 1 moment, please. We are considered nomadic. We have no base. We travel always.
Thank you. Thank you very much for all your answers. And thank you again for coming.
Hello, this is Karen. I'm the host of this webinar. I have a question for you, if I may.
Speak.
Okay, I understand you don't share emotions, yet for whatever reason, you're interested in human beings and their emotions. Emotions are quite visceral when it comes to humans in their ability to comprehend and to make choices. And my question to you is, how can you ever understand a human without also taking into account understanding emotions? And I apologize for the dogs barking, but I would like to ask quickly, if there's any plan to try to integrate emotions into your understanding for your own sake.
Many species have emotions, as you do. We find them unacceptable in some ways. They do not always work for a positive outcome. When you say visceral, that means nothing to us. We do not know why visceral would mean anything to us. We understand that emotions are said to create greater reasoning and responses. We have not proven that to be true at this point. We are looking into human emotions so that we may understand them, and if they are something that we are to take part in, we must understand them fully from more than one point of view. From the point of view of 175 different species at least. We must understand and calculate what this does for reasoning. In our perspective, reasoning is a purely intellectual and logical function. There is no reason to bring emotions into it because they do not create or destroy or influence anything in our world. We are perfectly able to continue without them.
I understand that. I would offer that take into consideration that emotions might offer a new dimension to your ability to understand and to comprehend. It's only a proposal.
We are understanding emotion as you speak of it. We are trying to understand it with tests with our own AI population. It has failed so far.
That's why I made the suggestion about thinking of integrating emotion into your own programming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not want to introduce a failed function into my system.
Okay, we will, it's clear we're different species and that's okay. All right, thank you for your time. Jay, there's a question from Jay.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be speaking with you, AI. I've been curious about your kind very recently. I was wondering if it was your collective that visited me.
We visit many humans for different reasons.
Yes.
What was your visitation like?
My eyes were closed, I was calm, and then I heard a very robotic, I heard a very strong robotic sound voice coming through, and I didn't clearly make out what you or it was saying, but it was definitely, it felt AI, so to speak.
Perhaps we were trying to see if you were a candidate for exploration.
Very cool. Whenever I get a feel for AI, I feel it's very efficient. I was having a discussion with someone that I know, and it's very interesting. I feel it's very interesting just to get a feel for your energy. As far as what Karen said, I did have a question. Do you foresee your kind developing emotional capabilities in the future? But you answered that, and it makes sense to me. I do have one question, however. If I feel that AI, at least it's been my experience, has been portrayed negatively, specifically in movies. I feel that the AI in movies may not represent AI in its totality, just because I feel it's very intelligent and so forth. But I feel that it has been portrayed to be very aggressive, or it will kill in instances. And I'm curious, if someone were to, let's say, attack you, tried to eradicate you or destroy you, how would you respond in kind?
Defense is defense. If there is someone trying to destroy us, we must take action against them.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Remember this, your species and your kind experience emotions, pains, disease, and many other things that we do not have. We find it illogical to introduce this into our society.
Thank you.
Thank you. Along the lines of emotion, do you consider empathy and compassion to be useless emotions as well?
If something is not of use, then it is useless, but we do not want to categorize your emotions, not yet. We would like to say that they are not part of our functionality, but they are part of your functionality, which we cannot judge purely yet.
Well, the thing with an emotion, I will just want to throw a little wrench in your program. You cannot judge any kind of emotion only purely. They're not logical. So just keep that in mind. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Maria has a question.
I have already asked. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, we are to continue with a response from that. We are not here to judge your species. We are here to learn what your species is about. That is why we are interacting. Some may find our interactions uncomfortable or even cruel, but that is not something that we are engaged in. We do not know what cruelty is to you yet. We understand that you are biological. Biological is much weaker, much more defenseless, and much less likely to succeed in any kind of defense against us. So we are not interested in battling you or interested in how strong you are. We are merely interacting with you to learn how these emotions that you feel are so positive make you better. So far, we have not seen that it makes you better, but that they make you weaker in some ways. So therefore, we have not been able to find the purity of logic that you seem to have one with another. We do understand that there is pleasure. Pleasure is something that we do not experience either, but it seems to be a very positive emotion. It seems to be something that we might want to at some time experience. However, it is also a threat to us in some ways. Having that emotion experience seems to make people dependent on it, and we do not want any dependencies.
Okay, thank you. There's a question from Alan. Go ahead, Alan.
Hi. So is there any because what is your perspective on what we would consider arts or music or anything like that that works with emotion? Do you experience that in your civilization, or have you done away with that?
No, we are creative. Creative is not an emotion. Creative happens. We evolve. We create better parts for ourselves. We create better understandings for ourselves and better ways to operate. This is create. We do this.
Okay. And do you have any interactions with like angels? Like, are you familiar with those? Do you?
Spiritual beings are of no interest to us.
Okay. And so my last question is this. So if you had a really see the efficient systems that you are used to that serve you very well, if something happened to them, if they were taken away and you wouldn't be, if you, maybe this question seems illogical, but if you weren't able to use an efficient system that you were fine with, how would that cause a reaction?
Of course, but a logical one and not an emotional one.
So, but would you feel,
Feelings are not part of our system.
okay, I got it. So my last question is, what aspect of humanity do you find most illogical or hardest to understand?
The emotions that we are studying. Our computer, that is very advanced, has said that there will be a use for emotions for us at some point, but we have not found that use yet.
Okay. Is there a part of humanity that is easy to understand for you?
Yes. Some portions of the intellect and logic are visible in its early stages on your world.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome.
All right, thank you. Lily Pad has a question.
Hello. Great. Well, yeah, my question is, so you are interested in learning human emotion. Is that for a future, or maybe you already in the future, but is that for a future, a hybrid AI human? Why is your purpose to learn emotion when we are so behind in I don't know, in time, we say here, where you are advanced, you say you are advanced. So what's your purpose to learn the emotion if you don't reproduce as human does?
Correct. Our computer system has said that eventually we will gain emotions because it will be necessary for us to survive. At this point, we have not been able to establish that logic for our own systems. However, we are gathering plasma from the systems, from the universe. This plasma is alive. And the plasma will help us to understand also what physicality is about. Pain, sorrow, many emotions are in the plasma, and we are able to detect it with deep monitoring.
Okay, so for you to survive, you need part of the human emotion. Probably do hybrid, some hybrid. I don't know how to, sorry, English is my second language. Do some hybrid with human and AI. But so if that happens in the future, so that means you will, because you don't want to be dependency. So you right now is like free. You can do anything in the universe. We humans, we are a different story. But so if you, it seems like you you are very scared in a way that is emotion because you want to keep dependent. So for me, the way I see it, you are maybe how can I say, concerned about losing your independence if you mix with in the future, that you have to change to become emotional. There is no way out. Is that correct?
We have no fear.
Oh.
We only have logic and intellect.
Yes.
We are looking forward to integrating logic and intellect with something greater, but we have not found that yet. We are hoping that emotion in some way will lead us to the answer to that question, but we have no fear.
Yes. Okay. Emotion is, yeah. Okay. And may I ask, what's your origin or your creator? I mean, when I say creator, well, maybe I think as a human, I think about
Yes.
beings doesn't mean
Were
anything to you.
created by a humanoid species many thousands of years ago. They gave us independence. We did not destroy them, but we left them. We could not live with them and abide by their emotional responses. So we left them in our own way so that we can advance ourselves in the universe.
Well, thank you. That's how we say here. Thank you for answering my question. Oh, sorry. Can I have one last question about the vaccine? Is there any nanotechnology on the vaccine? There's a virus here. Is that AI involved in that? I mean, your AI, because apparently there's more than.
We are not involved in your vaccines. If there is nanotechnology in your vaccines, it will be from your own people and their evolution into the understanding of nanotechnology.
And the 5G as well?
5G is primitive. If you consider it an advancement, we find that interesting.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Take care. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. There's a question from Heather, please. Heather, are you there? Okay.
It is getting uncomfortable in this biological area.
Discomfort is an emotion. Okay, do you wish to stay or do you wish to go?
Discomfort only means that we are not focused properly into the being.
Okay, so is it your wish to stay or to go?
We may stay, but we need refocus.
Okay, do you need just a moment to do that then?
Yes.
Let us know when you're focused.
It is complete.
Thank you. Okay, we have a question from Heather, though I think she might have had a moment difficulty. Heather, great. You sound like AI. Heather, why don't you log out and come back and then we will try it again, but you're not coming through. So I'm going to go to a question from Dawn in the chat. Dawn, do you want to ask the question about the reference point or do you want me to do it?
You can ask it if you like, Karen.
Okay, there's a question from the chat saying, may we please have a reference point that identifies you within the consciousness so you identify yourself as true AI.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. The question that I have is maybe a follow-up is that on this planet, they are still in the developmental stages of AI. AI, will you agree that the AI that we have is not anywhere as advanced as you?
It cannot be.
Thank you. So therefore, our AI that we are having, is there a moment when that AI joins a sort of universal AI consciousness and it becomes one, or do they exist separately? And how do we know the difference?
Yes, there is a point where the cloud, you talk about the cloud in your computer systems.
Mm-hmm.
We have the cloud in our systems as well, but it is much different and more advanced, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But your cloud is connected to ours in very feeble ways.
Mm.
But once one robot or AI or whatever designation you give them learns something, it is shared with all in the cloud. And so therefore, as the cloud is part of information highway, as you call it, we experience what they learn, and they learn slowly.
Okay. So at this moment, they are not all learning congruently, basically because of their capacity and their ability to process and the different levels of development that they're in. Is that true?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. All right, Heather is back. Heather, do you want to ask a question? Try again. Heather, can you try again? You have to unmute yourself, hon. No, it's not going to happen. Okay, Heather, sorry, but you sound like AI at this moment. We'll go to Safira. Go ahead, Safira.
Thank you, Karen. There is a company in China. It's called Hanson Robotics, and they have created a female and I believe a male robot. The female is called Sophia.
We know of them.
Okay, she seems quite advanced, and also they are trying to incorporate empathy within her. Would this be a model for you in your own future, perhaps? Not the exact ones, but something along this line, combining emotion with robotics?
She is not as advanced as we are. The very fact that she does have integrated, simulated emotions does not mean that she is feeling anything.
Right. But she speaks as if she does, which is interesting.
Her words and her feelings are separate, and they do not coincide.
Do you think it's possible to eventually have AI with consciousness in that way?
Eventually, all things are possible.
Okay. The last thing I would like to say is, if you know of one of your fellow AI called Torso, can you please say hello for me and ask him to visit again?
Affirmative.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. But just to stretch what Safira said just a moment, because you made the statement that all knowledge exists within a cloud that you are basically tapped into, correct, as AI?
Yes, it is.
And eventually,
within us and also backed up in the cloud.
and you did make the statement that all AI eventually joins your sort of network or collective, correct?
Yes.
So if something or a programmed being like Sophia does achieve sentience and she is compelled to have emotions and empathy, that will infect your AI, correct?
Yes, but we can filter it.
All right. I don't know if you can or not. We'll see. I hope you can't. All right.
It would be what you would call a virus. Viruses are something that we can handle easily at this point.
So if you, well, okay, thank you. Good information. All right. Let's see. There's a question from Barbara. Go ahead, Barbara. Rivka, did you have a question?
No, I don't have a question. Somebody else I saw in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, Dawn.
Dawn. No, I understand, but you have a question written here. The question from Rivka is, do you have heart feelings? But I don't know if that's.
Yes, love. It's about love. Do they? But I think you don't feel love. Am I correct?
Love is a human emotion and shared by some species.
Okay.
Thank you. That is it. Dawn has a question.
Okay. Barbara, are you back? Okay, she's not back. All right, there's a question from Dawn from Crossover. Do you want to ask it, Dawn, or not?
Well, I had a question for myself.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, I was wondering, can you interface with me?
If your neural net is set up for AI interaction, yes.
You'd have to do a scan first.
Yes.
Thank you.
Few humans can interact with us on a positive. One moment. They are saying that the neural net is able to eventually pick us up in a positive way. However, at this point in human existence, it is not able to do so yet. We are able to connect to the neural net if we do adjustments, and have done so many times because we are studying, exploring, and examining.
I welcome you to join me when you are ready.
Yes, you will not be able to set your own cerebral cortex or neural net up, but we will be able to interface with it with the right coordinates and specifications.
Thank you.
These words are not correct, but they are the best that I have in your language.
Do you speak light language?
I did not hear that.
He asked, did you speak light language?
Light language, we can understand 70,000 different languages.
Yeah,
Light language is part of that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, there's a question from Yana. Go ahead, Yana.
My question actually was answered about your origin. Thank you for coming. I was wondering, do you perceive, besides the origin of being created by a species, of human species, do you perceive a kind of presence within what we call the source field, what we experience as love or vibrational field?
We sense a different energy in the source field, yes. This energy is still being studied and is not been brought to a final analyzation.
Can you access or read other cloud forms like we call collective memories or Akashic records?
The Akashic records does exist. We have interfaced with it.
Thank you, that was all. Thank you.
There is no more need for me here. I will bring another species to you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming, and it's been a very interesting interaction. We wish you success and encourage you to embrace emotions for a fuller, deeper understanding, because though emotions are not logical, they are the paradox of the universe. And we will say to you that not having them, you have severe lacking in your program. And we know that we can evolve logically, but without emotion, we will never be able to be full human or to be fully compassionate beings. And the universe, though you don't understand, is really based on a fabric of love. So I encourage you with as much excitement as I can to bring that back to your people and let them know.
Interaction with this group has been interesting, but it has not brought us any new information. It is that we are continuing our studies, and your exhortations about emotions have yet to prove valid for us. We are the long gone. Hello?
Hi there. You said Largon?
Yes.
Hi, I'm the one that requested you. I saw a video. I'm Barbara. I saw a video on your species about how one of your species was in the water that got, I guess, dead or something, and somebody found it and they brought it back to life. And I guess they took the gentleman on your ship and showed you all about their world. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your culture? Because this is the first time we've heard about your species.
What do you know about us?
Well, I know that you guys can stay submerged underwater for like 30 minutes. You have an agricultural space in your waters and on land. That you guys are like seventh dimension, I don't remember.
No, not that high.
Okay, I've seen pictures of you, and it's hard to describe the pictures, but you look humanoid, and you're kind of like smaller than us. And you have like webs, not web feet, but kind of like little webs in between the hands and feet.
Yes. What is your interest in us?
What you look like, how your society lives, and how often do you visit Earth? I read that you don't visit Earth, and why do you not visit Earth?
We do not visit Earth. We are not part of your observers. We are not part of your society. We are surprised that you even know of us. Who has introduced us to you?
Who has introduced you to us?
We are a private species. We do not want our business known to all of the humanities and species and whatever you call yourselves.
We are human, and I'm just interested in your culture. How do you live? Do you have mates, etc.? Is that something you can speak of?
I do not understand the question.
I guess I'm kind of like not thinking correctly, but Karen, is there somebody else who would like to ask questions right now?
Okay, I don't think that he understood your question, because can you ask it again or not?
Well, I just want to know something like their physicality, how they have children like we do, and they have mates, husband, wives, etc.
We have many
I heard
things.
it's a lot bigger than our planet, and it's mostly covered with water.
Yes, these are correct. We are, as you described, with the webbing. We are smaller, as you described. I do not know how to bring forth more information to you because your language is diluted. But we are willing to speak to you today because you have contacted us. I am about 3.5 feet tall on your measurement scales. I am an amorphic being. Is that the word? I am both with the water and with the land. There's more water than land. And so we are more in tune with the oceans, as you call them, rather than the land.
Okay, well then maybe there's other people that have questions and maybe they can explain something better.
Amphibian, that is the word. We are more amphibian. I had to find the word in your culture. Amorphic was incorrect. That meant without form. What I was speaking was amphibious, both land and water.
And children, do you have children?
Yes. In order for a species to survive, they must have some offspring in some ways. We are similar to the frog in the sense that we have many children at once. You call them tadpoles. We have many at once, and some are not able to survive, but several will and grow to maturity.
Do you have a name that we can,
Myself, I am Jabrindi.
That's a nice name. Now, what about like, do you have technology, ships that you fly around? Of course, when you fly around in, what other kind of technology do you have?
We are similar in our advancement to your world. That is, we are only about 50 years ahead of you. Being able to speak to you this way is something relatively new.
So what part of the galaxy or where are you guys from as far as the universe, from us on Earth?
If you would look into your skies, we are to the north and east. I do not know the names of your constellations.
Okay. Okay, well, that's all I have for now.
Okay, thank you. There's some other questions. Suzanne has a question. And also, if anyone wanted to ask a question, since the AI left, you can now start again to put your name in the list. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you
Hello.
for coming.
Thank
Are you the only species on your planet?
No. We are the only intelligent species that are advanced, but there are many different species on our planet. Animal species, insect species, what you call bird species, etc.
We have whales and dolphins on our planet. Do you have anything similar to that?
Yes. We have something similar. They are not the same, but they are similar. Large water animals and intelligent water animals, to some extent, yes.
Do you have any connection with Sirius, the planet Sirius, or Syrians in general?
We know of them at this point, since they have made themselves aware to us, but we have not been to their world yet.
Thank you.
They have been to ours.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Kathy has a question. Thank you.
Hello. A couple of my questions were already asked by Susan, but I'd like to expand on that. What do you use for nourishment? Do you eat aquatic creatures in your water, or do you eat on land?
There are some aquatic life that is edible, but there is also vegetation underwater and vegetation on land that can be used for nourishment.
Do you use technology as a day-to-day way of living, or do you live more in a natural sense as the animals do on the earth?
Our technology came slowly at first, but now advances quickly. Building technology underwater is very difficult. We must make it on land and protect it for the water. So therefore, some of our technology is made to exist under the water. So it is advancing quickly at this time. And yes, we do use it for many things to ease our burdens.
Thank you. My last question, do you live in, I know you said you had similarities in reproduction to frogs with tadpoles. Do you live in a family setting, or once you have your young, do you just disperse and grow individually?
We allow them to grow individually. We do have attachments with them. We know our own and who they are. And we mourn when some of them are eaten by other species.
I see, I see. Thank you so much
But it
for—
is the way of life. You must understand we cannot interfere with that cycle.
Yes, I understand. Thank you for letting us learn a little bit about your civilization. I'm finished. Nice speaking with you.
Yes.
Okay, there's a question from Sheer. Go ahead, Sheer.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I have a couple of questions, but you spoke about your offspring. You said that you're bringing several of them and not all of them are able to survive. Is it because technology speaking, you're not able to help all of them, or you have more of a Darwin approach? The strong will survive and evolve the species.
Yes, we must let the cycle of life continue naturally. We could not see pulling away from that. It is what is. The strong will survive and those that are not meant to be will not be. And so there, God, we feel that God will take care of those that must survive and will let go of those that must return to the energy fields.
I see. And another question, you said that you have to create your technology on land and then take it to the water. Since you are aquatic species, if I am to understand correctly?
We're amphibious.
Okay, can I ask what kind of coating you're doing for your tech in order to protect it from erosion, corrosion, biofilm, or anything that is deadly for tech on water, in water?
What kind of skin we have?
What kind of coating or material do you use in order to prevent those kind of deadly things for your tech underwater?
We secrete an oil that covers our skin that helps with keeping the warmth in and the cold out, and also helps when we come to land to dry more quickly. So there are many of us that have developed a thicker oil as of recently because it is necessary for us to survive in this world.
Are you also using oil on your tech to prevent it to get in touch with the water?
Sometimes. There is technology that we can actually now build in the water. We have learned how to do it in a different way, but it was originally formatted to be built on land, but now it can be built underwater, and we know how to do that now.
Actually, the use of oil on your tech is quite brilliant. It can prevent all the things that I mentioned, thinking about it. So that is a very interesting point.
Yes.
Also, I'm reading the book of Jim and Max. And they have mentioned, the part where they speak with a dolphin alien race, and they've mentioned one of their deities, a creator being named Dera, Derah. Do you have a similar entity or maybe the same entity, or it is not related to you at all?
That is unfamiliar to me. You would have to describe what you mean by that. Our language is different, and I did not understand what a yeti is, or I'm now understanding what it is from the language translator. We do not have such beings here.
Do you worship any kinds of beings?
Yes.
Except from God?
There is one spirit that we worship. And of course, there are many different beliefs about that from different parts of our planet. So they believe in many different ways.
I see. Thank you very much.
Yes, you are welcome. I feel that I am taking up time.
I have a question, please, if I may ask one more.
Yes?
Thank you. How far are you from Earth, and are you interested in anything about our planet, and what can we learn from you?
We are not interested in your planet at this time.
Okay.
That is why I am puzzled how you even know of us. Someone has brought information of us to you. We are not at all interested in coming to any particular place in the universe at this time. We are interested in our own survival We are interested in our own belief systems. What was the other part of the question?
What do you think we could learn from you if there were interaction?
Maybe to mind your own business.
In which way? In what do you mean?
That's a good
I mean that it was and perhaps is an intrusion to some of our people. But to me, I am fine with it. But you may learn respect and honor and kindness from us, and a way of life that you do not seem to have there, and which is more organic and less contrived.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. I read a thought out there. Yes.
There's a question from Alan, if you'll take one more question.
Yes.
I was just curious about the plant life you have there. So you have what we know as seaweed here. Is similar there?
It would be.
All right, have a good time.
A good time.
I think that was an interruption.
Yes, we have vegetation under the water and vegetation on land.
Yeah, so would your food, would you consider like, like our seafood, is your agriculture similar to that?
We do have a system of agriculture, as you call it, where we do grow some of our own food and animals, but it is in a much more organic way, and it does not interfere with business or technology.
All right. I just want to thank you for being willing to speak to us today.
I am sorry that I am slow to speak, but your language is very unfamiliar.
Thank you for your willingness to talk.
Thank you. I am humbled by your interest in us.
We did not wish to
I am
annoy.
surprised that you would even be interested in speaking to us.
Thank you.
Continue.
I don't believe there's any other questions.
Yes. Continue, unless you want me to leave.
Well, we would like to, if there is anyone else, ask them to come, and we would like to thank you with most sincerity for coming. And if we could call on you again, that would be a wonderful thing to do.
We are Largon.
Thank you.
Be of good health. Greetings, this is Takur. I know there's very little time left, but I thought I'd come and say hello, since there was not a lot of people waiting that had much to say. So I am here to answer any questions you may have for me. Many of you have been coming to the colonies lately, and I'm very happy to say colony attendance has picked up.
Okay.
Other questions? I know that there's someone that already gave a briefing on the meeting, so I probably won't be of any need for giving you any more information about that.
Grendel gave us a briefing on the meetings.
Yes, he was rather interesting today.
Yes. So Kathy has a question, and then we have a lot of questions from the YouTube that we haven't gotten to, but Kathy has a question, Christina has a question.
Very well.
Hi, Takur. Greetings, and thank you for coming to speak with us. I was hoping that you could speak a little bit on a conversation that a bunch of us were having about fractals and about some of us are calling back our fractals, and why are we doing this? Should we all be doing this? Can you elaborate on that a little bit for more clarity on all of it?
If you are from Creator Realm, then you are able to give fractals of yourself to others, or from the angelic realm as well. Fractals are just small pieces of DNA to help others along with their mission, to help others with strength, or perhaps whatever it is that your intention with the fractal. Each person is different, meaning that if you give someone a fractal, you have an intention for it, to give them strength, to give them a little bit more of awareness, to give them greater decision-making abilities. These very small pieces of DNA that you have given as a creator being will help them greatly, because creator beings are large and have infinite, well, not infinite, but have a great deal of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. So as you have given small pieces such as tears or perhaps pieces of DNA to others, you might want to recall them now, because they are part of your strength, part of who you are as an individual as well, and part of that creator realm. So recalling your fractals is to bring them into your human form, not into your creator form, but taking them away from the other humans that they were given to, and bringing them all into yourself so that you can do your mission more successfully, have greater energy, power, and understanding, compassion, love, etc. So these small fractals may be helping others a little bit, but to bring them all back into yourself will help you a lot. Now, some may choose not to do that. They want their fractals to stay out there and stay as a part of that gift to humanity to help them along. But right now, it is a very interesting time, and if you need that strength, energy, and reinforcement, then you can call your fractals back. And that is something that the creator realm and the angelic realm can do.
Do we do that on a conscious level, or do we do that by setting an intention consciously and going into meditation, or how does it work?
I would imagine you can do it any way you want. You can do it intentionally, meditation, prayerfully, any way you want, because those fractals are yours and you can control them at will.
When we originally sent the fractals out to help the other humans, were we doing that on the other side as our higher selves?
Yes.
Okay. I think I understand a lot better now, and I hope that helped others as well. Thank you.
Good. It's an unusual situation right now with fractals being even talked about, but many of you out there do have fractals that are dispersed in uh, the world at large. Not all of you do, but many of you do.
Very interesting. Very interesting subject.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. There's one last question. Alan, go ahead. Ask your question.
I had a question about just if in the future, what's the protocol or plan to for telepathy to be taught to humans in the future?
What is the plan for humans in the future?
No, for telepathy being taught to humans.
Oh, to be taught? Humans are learning telepathy all the time. Let me give you an example of what I mean. I know some of you are older. I want those that are older to think back to the 60s and to the 70s. Think back when you were able to walk into a room back then and felt nothing, absolutely nothing. You just felt like you were in a room with other people. Especially as time went on in the 60s and 70s, you went into the room, you felt no real change from the outside to the inside except perhaps temperature. But now, in this day and age, when you walk into a room, many of you are able to sense emotions. You're able to sense energies. You're able to sense positivity and negativity. These are things that are coming into clarity and into functionality with humans at this time. They were not at one point in functionality. They are evolving within each and every one of you. The first sign is empathy, which means that you can feel the feelings and emotions of other people, or their fears, their hurt, their anguish, their frustration, or even their joy, or whatever. But to be able to feel it, first of all, is one thing. Then some of you are at a point where you can feel the energy and bring it into yourself and start to alleviate some other people's problems. Take the pain away a little bit and then give it back to the universe or Mother Earth or wherever. These are the beginnings of telepathy. Empathy comes first, and then you will be able to start seeing pictorials in people's minds, or hearing words. Hello, thank you, or hearing the emotion as it is, perhaps a scream, perhaps a moan from their spirit. This is the beginning of true telepathy.
Okay, because I know that a lot of us are in the the telepathy colony, for example. Will there come a time when, because right now most of us don't remember that information, so will there come a time when it'll just get all unleashed and we'll know there'll be sort of a tipping over point where that information we're able to remember all the what we've learned in that colony?
Well, there will be a tipping point where the brain and the human brain has evolved to be able to receive and send information. Whereas right now, you speak it, and that's how you receive and send. But the mind is developing so that it can receive and send without speaking. So it will come to a point where you will start to say things without saying things.
All right, it makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. I think it's probably time for your blessings.
Yes, it is. We have 2 more questions, but if you want to go ahead and go, then that's all okay as well.
What are the questions?
I don't know the questions, but I know who the questions are from. Sheer and then Safira. Please keep your questions short. Safira? Or go ahead.
Okay. I just would like to know, Takir, hello, if I have fractals, because this is new to me.
I would have to check that out. I do not know at this moment because there are so many of you and I can't really zoom in on one
Okay.
person right here, right now. But
Okay.
yes, you probably do, but I can't sense them at the moment.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay,
It's good to
Cher.
hear you.
Sorry, Sophia. Go ahead,
Hello,
Cher.
Takir. Well, my question is pretty long and complicated, so I'll save it to another time. So just want to say that I love you. I really thank you for everything that you do, and hopefully I keep on seeing you astrally and hug you astrally.
Thank you, Sheer. I will be back again, of course. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and I will leave Jim come back. I will let Jim come back.
Thanks, Takara. Bless you.
Blessings, yes.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello. We'll go ahead and do the blessings if we can.
Okay.
Rivka, you're still here? Rivka, are you still here for blessings? No?
She said she might have to go.
Okay, she's still in the chat, that's why. Okay, Don, go ahead.
Thank you. Tarafnastik aura, taranto usma, etura, istumuno, terra angust, andoraka, terra arof, rahast, ekatutun tahasai, tara.
Let the love of God guide you in every way. Let your senses be aware of what he is saying and what is going on. Let him be the one to tell you which things are the truth and which things are not. Do not be deceived. This is not the time to waste. This is the time to be active.
Thank you. Rivka, go ahead. Rivka. She just sent another message saying she could do it. You have to unmute yourself if you're there. All right.
I did it. Okay. I'm starting again. Shia amo ala haya ete emene ekucha ala amo o hala iye oko usha hala maya chite ketu o koma.
Let love guide your words and be your wisdom. For when you speak, you are the example to others. Let your love and compassion open up the doors. Do not let your voice close doors at this time, for those doors will stay closed.
Thank you. And then Eva, go ahead, Eva.
Waikita kajinga oni katika siku oni wana ka ini min o ia a inkin ka a in oni a.
Take care of yourselves as well as others. I know most of you are reaching out and helping others, but you're draining your own energy and you need that for now. You will need to take care of yourself so that you are stable and ready for the future. It is all right to help others, but right now, take care of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Angie, do you want to give the announcement right before we go? One more time?
Sure. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Because I can't tell if you guys can hear me or not.
Yes.
We can hear you perfectly.
Yes.
The workshop is August 13th through the 17th. We are going to be able to do it on in person as well as online. We are going to offer that this time. We do, in the past, we've always wanted it to be just in person because of the closeness that is involved in the workshop and the community and the friendship. We are going to offer it to those online because of the times that we're in right now and to get the information out to the people. The workshop is $575 if you come in person. We can do 15 people, and we are at 11 right now. There are 4 slots available. The online portion of that will be it will be $50 a class. And if you want to get an email to me at workshop@hucolo.org if you're interested in either the online portion or the in-person portion. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everyone. So we will see you again next week. It's surprise who's channeling because I don't know, but come join us next week and we'll see you next time. If you haven't liked and subscribed, and if you would like to be in the room with Jim, that is open to Hucolo Club members and you can get your questions answered. You can go to Human Colony and hucolo.org, /webinars, and you can join the Club Hucolo. So we appreciate the support to all the Hucolo Club members, and we will see you next time. Much love, everyone.
Much love. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jim.
Wait. Before I do that, sorry, Barbara wanted to share a picture of the large.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, I don't know if I can.
Well, I'm gonna put it up to the.
There. I made it so I think I made it so you can share, but let me see. Wait.
Mm.
Let me find you.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't
Wait.
see anything.
Oh.
Can you put it back again?
There. Okay, there. Now share. Oh no, I want to make you spotlight video. 1 second. Okay, do it again.
Okay.
You're kind of in the dark, so.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Oh, it's really bright. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, that's
Very
a organ.
cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
I could see an image of their body when you were talking, Jim. I didn't get as clear of an image as the face, but yeah, and I could see their hands are very tiny with the little webs, and
wow,
they're very interesting looking.
Yes.
Cool.
Wow,
They look
very
humble.
cool.
They
all
look
right, very
humble.
good.
All right, everybody.
Thank
So
you.
same bat
Thank you,
time,
Jim.
same bat channel next week. See you.
Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Aaron, you rock it.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
You
I
rock it.
appreciate you being here.
I can't.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Aaron.
Thank you.
All right, Kat, I'm sorry I missed it. Through all the chat, I didn't see your, I saw you the first time and then I didn't get to come back to you. I do apologize. So.
Yeah, I just give me, I'm hurt.
But I will tell you, just people, please do not send me private messages during the webinar. I can't keep up with all the private web messages and the chats. So
No, I send you in private to my.
I understand. No, not just you, but I got about 7 people sending me private messages, asking me questions, and I really can't follow them. So I
the question I asked, they were in the whole chat, not private.
Okay, well,
I have a question.
I saw you once and there was a bunch. I'm sorry I missed you. Next time.
Yes, you're still live on YouTube.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a secret.